The more and more I hear about this, the more and more I dislike the whole Disney buying Fox deal. Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net, and while I love Disney on this channel, I mean, you know this, you see the Disney videos, you see the Disney Plus, I am very, very much a fan of Disney, but despite being a huge fan of Disney, I am not a fan of the Disney Fox deal. I thought it was too much, it makes them too big, it brings down like the number of major film studios from like 5 films to 4, or 4 to 3, something like that. There's a lot less choices out there. And of course, Disney was going to get their hands on a bunch of things that they should not get their hands on. And this is one of them. Disney takes full operational control of Hulu. Now, many of you know what Hulu is. Hulu is a streaming service, and you stream programs and movies on the platform. However, it's been around so long and streaming has become so prevalent, many people even forget like the whole point of Hulu or what brought Hulu together. The reason Hulu was created was it was shortly after Netflix came out, studios started talking because they realized that that shows that people loved, shows like, Family Guy and, House, The Office. This is a little ways back. 30 Rock. These are all shows that had declining viewership numbers because people were pirating the shows. They didn't have time to watch them on TV as much. Downloading it was a lot more convenient, and we had this Netflix thing that was trying streaming, and people were streaming stuff straight to their television, or, in my case, on my Xbox 360. And the studios realized that, you know what, the times are changing, we need a service that people can go and watch our shows, but nobody wants to be the one to do it by themselves. So they created Hulu. And the whole concept of Hulu is that it would show TV from everyone. All the studios would have an equal share of the service so that basically no one controlled the thing. And they would put shows on, all the shows on the service. In fact, there were even Super Bowl commercials that advertised the diversity of the shows.
I'm Seth MacFarlane. You know, the next time someone says TV rots your brain, laugh. Laugh hard.
That laughter will force our televised intoxicants deep into your cerebellum, slowly rotting it into a quivering blob of tapioca.
Yeah, and to finish it off, we got Hulu. Hulu blasts enough free TV to your lappity-toppity boxes
to turn your chunky gray matter into creamy goo matter.
Hello, Earth. I'm Alec Baldwin, TV star. You know, they say TV will rot your brain. That's absurd. TV only softens the brain, like a ripe banana, to take it all the way. We've created Hulu. Hulu beams TV directly to your portable computing devices, giving you more of the cerebral gelatinizing shows you want, anytime, anywhere, for free. I think I'm drooling a little. Because we're aliens. And that's how we roll. Hulu, an evil plot to destroy the world. Enjoy.
And, well, it worked out great for a long time, but now we're getting into an era where people want their own streaming services, and even Hulu's kind of seeming like almost a little outdated in some respect. Hulu is something where, hey, you know what? It's kind of like TV, but it's not enough like TV. So now they have like the Hulu TV package where you can like do live TV and DVR things. Well, I'm getting a little off topic, but it's pretty much been the same thing. All the studios have like an equal share of Hulu, and then Hulu has their own little separate share, hence why they can create original content like The Handmaid's Tale and the revival of Animaniacs, which who knows what's going to happen with that at this point. Well, when Disney bought 20th Century Fox, they were acquiring Fox's share of Hulu, which would effectively make them the majority holder. Now, during all the litigation where Congress is looking at the Disney-Fox deal, they required Disney to sell off the sports networks. Like, you can't keep those. Those you have to sell within, like, a very limited amount of time. Why they didn't require Disney to sell the Hulu shares is equally baffling, because what was created to be a neutral platform for all the companies is now majorly owned by Disney. And according to Entertainment Weekly, they're taking full operation control of Hulu. What does this mean? Well, after the Walt Disney Company acquired 21st Century Fox assets, it is now welcoming Hulu under its far-reaching umbrella of properties and taking over full operation control. Disney was already the majority owner of Hulu with its Fox acquisition, but the company revealed a new deal with Comcast that allows Comcast to require Disney to buy NBC Universal's 33% interest in Hulu as early as January 2024. As of now, Disney will resume full operation control of Hulu effective immediately, according to the press release. So, just to let you know, it makes sense for Comcast to want to do this because Comcast might have a 33% share, but Disney, I think, owns like a 60% share or something. So they already had the majority. And when Disney owns the majority, there's no reason for the other companies to own part of Hulu because they can say, we want our shows on the platform. And Disney can say, no. Or they can say, no. Ha-ha. And there you have it. So Comcast is selling. But what does this mean? Let's go down a little beat. With Disney now wielding full operational control over Hulu, it's unclear how the Hulu and Disney Plus symbiosis will play out, but during Disney's Investors Day briefing of Disney Plus and its post-Fox plans, Kevin Mayer, chairman of the direct-to-consumer division, said the company will likely bundle together Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus for a discounted price, which I do not need ESPN Plus because I don't like sports. Variety reports that FX Network CEO John Landgraf believes the FX series will exist comfortably on Hulu. The hack that Hulu has about 40% subscribers that are ad-free. That's really exciting to me, he says. Sorry. I'm sorry. We're proud of making this kind of programming available in 90 million homes with ads. According to Tuesday's Disney Hulu press release, Comcast also agreed to extend the Hulu license of NBC Universal programming through 2024, but NBCU can terminate most of its content licensing agreement with Hulu in 3 years. And that's probably what they're going to do because they're going to create their own streaming app. Everyone's doing that. Comcast can remain an owner of Hulu for 5 years, during which time it's expected to develop its own streaming platform. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it means. It means that Disney will pretty much own Hulu outright. They will have Disney Plus and Hulu. And by the way, I don't see them shuttering Hulu because with the 20th Century Fox purchase, and them owning FX and all those properties, they do need a platform that's going to be more adult-oriented. Maybe the Animaniacs reboot, if they still want to go through with it, because I know that's like a partnership with Warner Brothers, so I'm not convinced that we're going to see Animaniacs, the reboot, see the light of day, which I don't know how I feel about that because, I don't like a lot of reboots. I'm getting tired of reboots. I acknowledge that. But with most of the original writers and voice cast on board, I actually was really curious to see what Animaniacs could be, especially on a streaming platform, or maybe it could be a little bit edgier, although I'd like them to still keep it pretty family-friendly. But I think Animaniacs is going to get canceled at this point. I have nothing to back it up, just a hunch. I'd be very glad to be wrong about that one. But, yeah, Disney's going to own Hulu. And they will then own 3 of the biggest streaming platforms available. And you know what? I'm kind of getting to the point where I think maybe the Paramount Act needs to be revisited. For those of you who aren't aware what the Paramount Act is, that was when Congress looked at the Hollywood studio system and they felt that Hollywood had a monopoly. They said, okay, you make the movies, you advertise the movies, you distribute the movies, and you own the theaters that the movies are playing in. You can't have all of that. So you have to give something up. And the studios decided to give up the theater. They decided to give up the theater that they could own. So therefore, no movie studio can own a theater. That's why neither Netflix or Amazon has bought one so far. But now we've kind of seen it kind of come full circle where it's like we're kind of getting back to that monopolistic practice where it's like their properties can drive people to a certain streaming service. And I'm kind of wondering if maybe Congress needs to step in and say, hey, you can't own your own streaming service. If you're making content, you can't own your own streaming services. I think there has to be a middleman to keep prices competitive and to basically to make sure they don't run amok with everything, especially with Disney. Disney will undercut the price on everything for so long, but you know what? That's probably another topic for another day. Either way, don't like it because I use Hulu for like a lot of Fox shows, a lot of NBC shows, and now it's pretty much just going to be Disney-owned shows, which I didn't sign up for Hulu to have a Disney service or, you know, basically Touchstone. Actually, will they even keep it named Hulu? I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, you know, renamed it Touchstone Plus or something like that. But anyway, we'll have to see. What do you folks think, though? Do you like this news? Do you dislike it? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.